Hello, my name's Aaron. I got this request a long time ago to do a tutorial on Rotten Old Me. It's a Shakey Graves song. I had done one a long time ago on a song called The Mini-Men, which is a great song. But I actually learned this a long time ago. I just didn't get around to making a tutorial about it. So I'm going to try to do that today. So let's get started. It's pretty, well, not simple, but it's not hard. It's in open D, as a lot of Shakey Graves songs are. The tuning of that is D on your low string, A, D again, F sharp where your G should be, A where your B string usually is, and then D on your highest string. Makes an open D major chord when you strum it. It's really nice tuning. Open tuning is really cool. If you're interested in learning more about guitar, I would suggest open tunings because they're really fun. They kind of color your songs before you make them. But anyway, the start of the song is like this little, the 11th fret of your B string, which is tuned to A. And one thing you're gonna want to get used to when you're doing these finger picking songs that Shakey does, or any Travis fingerstyle picking song, is the alternating thumb pattern. You're kind of just doing this the whole time. There are some times where you're kind of doing like a pinch motion. You're playing the whole chord at the same time, but throughout most of the song you're doing this alternating thumb pattern. And one way to get good at that is just kind of do this forever, as long as you can, while staying sane. But yeah, so just practice that a little bit. But a good way to do that is just kind of do that, and then try to add in the parts as you feel you're getting better at that. So that's the beginning. You do like a little double slide from 11 to 12 on your B string tuned to A. Then you can do your pinky or your ring finger. I stretch the ring finger. It's a bit of a stretch if you don't have like a 14. If your bout doesn't end at the 14th fret, it's going to be hard. I have a 12 fret guitar over there that it's really hard to play this song on. That's why I'm using this one. Then you're just kind of walking that down a little chromatically. The first one is chromatic, so here I'll do the fingerings. The first one is your pointer fingers on the 12th fret of your A string, or your B string tuned to A, and then your ring finger or pinky is on the, what is that? Looks like that. 12, 13, 14, 15, the 16th fret of your high D string, which is usually tuned to E. Then you just go down 1/2 step with both fingers, so 11 on your pointer finger and 15 on your ring, pinky, whatever. And then same thing, do another 1/2 step down. So you'll be at 10 on your pointer, 14 on your ring, pinky. And the last one's a little different. Your pointer finger goes down another 1/2 step, but your ring, pinky, whatever you're using, goes down a whole step to the 12th fret. So it sounds like this. As you heard, the hardest part there, I messed it up a little bit. The hardest part is getting your pinky or your ring finger to move independently of your pointer finger, because it's only moving down a 1/2 step the whole time, but your other finger moves down a whole step on the last step down. So that can be hard to get used to, but just practice and it'll happen eventually. Make the mistakes, and eventually you'll get it. But then after that, you do a full bar of the 9th fret and put your pinky or your ring finger, whatever, down on the 12th fret of your E string, which is tuned to D. And the rhythm of your hand, it's really, I find it's really hard to explain that to people. I think it's just kind of something you have to practice. And once you get your thumb going, it's surprisingly easy. The hardest part is getting your thumb to move, not necessarily independently, but learning to move, when to move your other fingers in relation to your thumb. But you're like, just think of it like you're pinching the strings. Like, because your thumb's going down while your other fingers are coming up. So if you kind of do that pinch motion, practice that pinch motion, that'll help a lot. It helped me a lot. So I don't know if it'll help you, but you know, we all learn in our own ways. But so like that. And then you repeat that a couple times. It's been a while since I played the song, so I'm kind of... Then you go all the way down to your 4th fret. He starts playing these more open chords. They're not totally open, but... So those chords there are that you're gonna have your kind of do like it's like a triangular motion. Your middle finger is gonna come up to the 4th fret of your A string, which is your A string here, and then your pointer finger is going to be back on the 3rd fret of your G string, which is tuned to F sharp, and your ring finger or your pinky. I've seen some people do this with their pinky, but I recommend doing it with your ring finger because that leaves your pinky open, and maybe you can do some cool improvising things, whatever you want to do. It's on the 4th fret. Sounds like that. It's kind of a cool open chord, a little weird, a little dissonant, but it's cool. And this is where your thumb is not necessarily, well, it's still alternating, but not in the same way. Kind of doing more of a pinching motion. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, that's just like a half step, right down the fret, that you're keeping your chord shape the same. And then you're just going down a half step. The chord shape's exactly the same, so you go 4 3 4 down to 3 2 3 and then 2 1 2. If that makes sense. Full bar, and that's an interesting part of Open D. These, you can bar the entire whatever fret you want and it'll make a whole chord. It's really, I gotta get rid of these friggin' string extras. But yeah, full bar on and it just makes an open whatever fret you're on. That's an open G chord. Yeah, open G chord. He comes back up to that 9th fret chord, and every time he does that, he puts his ring finger, pinky, whatever, down on the 12th fret of your D string, usually tuned to E, your high E string. It does sound a little weird if you take it off. It just doesn't sound like the song, and that can make it strange if you're trying to sing it or just trying to get an idea of it. So. Up the rhythm there. I'm gonna play through it real quick. your after you do your open chord thing, just like two what would be like measure run. I mean, you essentially do that just twice. Sorry, my screen shut off. Thank you, Apple. Okay. So 5th fret up to 9th fret. And on the 7th fret, you're hanging there for an extra measure, whatever you want to call it, just longer than the 5th and the 9th, but you're going 5, 9, 7. And then you're doing 5, open, back to 7. And you can do like a little chromatic walk down, just go 7, 6, 5. Just bearing with me because I'm remembering the song as I'm teaching it, which is probably a terrible way to teach songs, but I was kind of bored today. You can do that chromatic walk down on both parts. Rotten Old Me part, when he's actually singing Rotten Old Me, you're just doing like from 5 to going from the 5th fret to the 9th fret. He's usually stopping at the 7th fret on the way up and down from that. So I'm going to play that whole section together just so you can get an idea of what I'm playing, because it can be kind of confusing if I'm just talking about it and playing them all fractured like that. Stop at 7, but it just sounds cool. And he goes back and repeats that beginning part. So you're just gonna repeat that, listen to the song, get an idea of the lyrics. I'm literally forgetting the lyrics. I don't sing a lot, so I just kind of play the guitar part of the songs. I do like it a lot. And then there is another section where he does like some open stuff and like starts hitting his guitar. I'm getting this from a version, I can't remember where he was. It's called like Pickathon or something. I don't know. He's playing it like outside on top of a hill, and a firework goes off while he's playing it, which is kind of cool, like perfectly timed. Check that out if you can find it. I'll try to find it. Maybe I can post it if that's legal on YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, and then he goes to like this open part and starts kind of percussively hitting his guitar. And that's just an open strings. You're just playing an open D, and then you're walking up. He uses this little walk up a lot. It's in well, it's just these like 2-finger chords that he uses. They're in a lot of his open D songs, and you find that's just kind of the nature of open D. There's patterns to all tunings, but this is one of the patterns to open D. These you can put your what I do is put my middle finger and my ring finger on the both strings that are tuned to A. So your what would normally be your A string and your B string, which is tuned to A, the low and the high ones, you put them there and you can move them around, and you're playing different chords, as well as with your open F sharp and your D. Yeah, and then that's a part. And then as far as I remember, he just goes back. I think from there it actually goes to this part again. Maybe I should listen to this song. Probably not a good idea to make a tutorial of a song that we haven't heard in a long time. But I was bored today. So just as like a review, I'll try to play the song all the way through real quick, and you can kind of contextualize the things that I've said with what you can see me doing. simple song. Yeah, just I would say the hardest part is this part. Just getting it's not a hard song though. The song's an open D. I find her really intuitive because not intuitive. It's what you can learn, I guess. It's not intuitive or unintuitive. It's just learning. But these bar chords make it simple to understand. They make patterns in the song. I don't know how to describe it, but hopefully that helps. It's a great song. I do love that song. He doesn't do it a lot. There's not a recording of it, as far as I know. It's not on any albums. I think that one recording from Pickathon or whatever it's recorded on is all I know it from, but I liked it enough to learn it. And I hope you do too, and I hope this helped. So yeah, my name's Aaron. Hopefully I can teach you more things in the future, if you so wish. But thanks a lot. Hope you have a good one.